Hello everyone, this is Ron from HiTechLegion. Well, Gigabyte's a well-known name in motherboard manufacturing, I would say synonymous in fact, and they are a very big company that has been expanding their product line beyond motherboard manufacturing. They also are, of course, quite well known with their video cards, with their WindForce design heatsinks that work very well. But they also are expanding into peripheral design. We've also previously reviewed their mechanical gaming keyboard. But they have also introduced their H11 in-ear headset most recently. But they are also adding into their multimedia audio line with the new Gigabyte Fly headset, designed to deliver very good bass and to be portable and lightweight, hence the name Fly. Well, anyway, I would love to discuss it further, but it is much better if I just show you what you can find inside this package, and then let's dive in and see how well it performs. The Gigabyte Fly comes in a very sleek looking packaging. You can see through the window what the headset look like and the size of it. You get a good feel even before you buy it when you see it in the store. And let's open up the box here. We can see what comes inside each pack. Inside you get a card with a serial number and the warranty information stating that the Gigabyte Fly is covered for 2 years. And here at the bottom, of course, you have a compartment for the cable. And let me just free up the headset itself here, the back. Another tie here on the other side. And make sure we don't have any other ties left holding it down. We can move it up. Here I have the Gigabyte Fly headphone completely out of packaging, and you can clearly see that it has a brushed aluminum look here for the ear cups, but it is lightweight. Even the metallic band here is lightweight and flexible. In fact, it is a reinforced steel headband. If you can closely, you can see the distinct diamond rhombus-shaped pattern there, and it allows users to adjust it up and down. See here, so you can fit your head. Also, there's a little bit of give with the angle, so that it can accommodate different head shapes and head sizes and ear positions. And also, it is extremely lightweight at around 79 grams, which is something around 2.7 ounces or 2.7. Yeah, I believe so. I'll do the conversion later. I'll correct it in the annotations in case I did that wrong, but I believe 2.7 ounces, somewhere around that, is 79 grams. But as you can see here, it has that metallic look carried on to the ear cups as well, and here the blue color theme picked up here with the blue accent and the blue vinyl covered cord. You can see there that it might look like it is detachable, but it is actually hardwired here on both the right side and the left side. You can see the marking for which headpiece goes to which ear, and also let me just show you the cable here. It is a 1.2 meter long vinyl covered cord, and it ends with a 3.5 millimeter gold plated and angled jack here. And it comes also with this cable management Velcro tie with a Gigabyte logo on it. Now this allows you to conveniently store the cord away and the Gigabyte Fly headset itself when you're traveling, or you can just use it to manage the extra cables when you are not using it, or when it's stored in your pocket. And also, let me just show you that there is a little bit of movement here, so that a little bit of allowance for you, so you can actually just slip it out completely out of the cord itself in case you don't want to use it at all. So that's a good option. And go back here to the drivers itself. You have a 40 millimeter driver in each piece, and let me just remove here. You can see the covering itself is made of leatherette material, so it's soft, comfortable, and isolates a little bit of noise whenever you're using it. And here you can see through the the driver right there. It has a 16 ohm impedance driver and with a frequency response of 15 to 20,000 hertz, and I believe the sensitivity rating is 122 decibel. And that's pretty much it for the overview here of the Gigabyte Fly headset, rather headphone you see here. They refer to it as a headset on the website, but I don't see any microphone feature in here, so I'm just going to refer to it as a headphone. What I'm going to do is, of course, use it for several days, and I'm going to report back to you, cut into the end of the conclusion part of this review, and I'm going to talk about my impressions of the Gigabyte Fly headphones and my experience while using it after several days. Alright, you can see how the Gigabyte Fly fits here in my head. This is of course the lowest setting. You can adjust the band to reach the maximum here. For the height, of course, this gives you about 2 inches of clearance there, which is good for if you're wearing a hat. You can still wear it comfortably, but if you have bigger hair and of course a hat on top of that, or some weird headdress, then obviously it won't be enough clearance for you. But other than that, it actually fits very well, quite comfortable. The seal it creates is it's very good for noise isolation. It isolates a lot of external noise, especially for something of this design. I was very surprised how effective it is at isolating that, and also it isolates people outside of you from hearing your music, even if you blast it. I blasted up all the way to 80%, and the person right beside me couldn't hear it unless they come really close and they were right beside me in my morning commute. Of course, that is if it seals properly on your head and you can't hear outside. And as for the look, I really love the metallic look here. You see, very smooth, very clean, and very chic. And although I would have preferred if the cables were braided just to match the aesthetic, just this smooth looking aesthetic. Although the blue coloring here is reminiscent of sort of a retro 80s design, so it does look like something like a modern Walkman headphone here. So that's still very cool. Although again I would have preferred a braided cable for this one. And another minor gripe with the cable was the fact that the jack is very, very bulky for something that is this small and sleek and portable. There's a stopper there that stops it about 1.5 millimeters from plugging in completely, so it sticks out even more. Plus it's angled 90% with a little bit more room there, so I don't know what Gigabyte was thinking giving it a plug this big. I probably imagine because they want it to be durable, and this definitely looks like a very durable plug, but it is pretty bulky and cumbersome for a headphone that is this portable. As for the sound performance, definitely very good bass response, and it also smooth precision into the mids without any distortion. It's very well defined bass line as well. I wouldn't define the bass. Although it's powerful, I wouldn't define it as boomy. This is not the kind of bass that I would prefer when I'm listening to hip hop or heavy metal, for example. But this is the kind of bass that I would love to. I love listening to when I'm listening to EDM and even dubstep music. And for those who are interested in something, a headphone that does that, this worked very well. Since also the treble and the higher frequencies are very good. Although I found that I tried listening to some with dynamic vocal changes, and there's a little bit of roll off with the upper mid range, transitioning to the treble frequencies that I had kind of heard a little bit of shortcoming. There's a little bit of dip in there. That's just a little bit, of course, something to note with the sound characteristic. You could mix it a bit with the equalizer when you're on your media player, but of course that's up to user preference. Other than that, Gigabyte definitely delivered with the bass response for the Gigabyte Fly headset, and it is available for $49.99, which is typical of lightweight headsets. I believe the range usually goes from $40 all the way to $100, and of course those are more higher end offerings that are using technology beyond a 40mm neodymium drivers using from different manufacturers. And the Gigabyte Fly also comes with a 2-year warranty, which is standard, and it's tied into the
there's actually a card inside the package, so it's typical of Gigabyte products that is tied to there, and it's not tied into the receipt when you go in the store. So it is tied. So make sure you keep that card for warranty purposes. But other than that, I am going to give the Gigabyte Fly headset a HiTechLegion Gold Award. It does very well with the base as promised, and of course for something that looks this small, surprisingly very good bass, a very heavy bass performance for something this small. Of course, keep it in context. Don't expect your room to your entire house to shake with a headphone, especially for 40mm neodymium drivers. But it does very well, surprisingly well. Good isolation and decent fit, and of course comfortable. That's the most important part if you're going to wear something. It's almost sporty. In fact, you can use it to work out and maybe run. Although I would have preferred maybe if you're going to be more active, I would have preferred the cable was longer and sort of not vinyl, but of course that's just my opinion. Well, anyway, this is Ron once again from HiTechLegion. Signing out. You can read the full review down below in the description. Just click on the link. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/HiTechLegion for daily updates, and also leave us questions or comments. Visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/HiTechLegion, or facebook.com/HLReviews, and tweet at us at twitter.com/HiTechLegion. And we have contests regularly, so just click on any of those links and just visit us from time to time. And once again, this is Ron, signing out.